What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be talking about how there was an alternate ending for Spider-Man PS4 that was apparently meant to be a whole lot bigger and a bunch more. But before I dive into that coolness, I want you guys to get in the comment section below and let me know a famous either scene or kind of screenshot that you would like me to try and recreate, but of course in Spider-Man PS4. So get in the comment section below, let me know what it is, and the ones that get the most thumbs up are the ones that we are going to go ahead and try to attempt to recreate in the game, and you may just make it into the next video. But to begin, of course, we know Spider-Man PS4 unfortunately didn't get Game of the Year, but you gotta be honest, Rockstar Games, of course, like I said before, released a game in the same year alongside his other competition. I mean, hey, it wasn't an easy run. But in case you didn't hear the news, which I thought was pretty interesting to share, it is that Spider-Man PS4 is actually Japanese's developers' Game of the Year. So hey, that's something, right? Insomniac Games, I hope you're happy with that and that you would take that and not be mad anymore. We still know that this game was really good nonetheless, but what is really interesting is the alternate ending. Now, Brian Intihar, of course, who is the creative director, said in a recent interview the original final third of the game was much bigger. Now, in the interview, he explained that everything from the raft mission into our third act, that was actually a much bigger act, but we were just realizing that things weren't clicking. Now, another thing he specifically pointed to was the dual boss fight. Of course, we had Vulture and Electro, but he explained that originally we were meant to tackle these guys separately. Now, the idea for the two villains to be fought at the same time came from an unnamed employee who, and I quote, just did a really quick version of putting those two characters together and it instantly felt better. Now, of course, this isn't the only dual boss fight we had in the game. We had Rhino and Scorpion. Now, personally, for me, I did find these better rather than going ahead and doing, you know, one-on-ones with them, purely because it felt a whole lot more challenging. If you guys feel different about it, let me know in the comment section below. If you could have changed those boss fights, what would you have wanted to see instead? But I think if we kept having ones that were like individually all the time, it would have probably got super long. I mean, it definitely would have longed things out and probably weirdly irritated us a whole lot more. But it got my mind clicking for something, okay? Just talking about alternate endings, alright? With, of course, Insomniac Games making the next Spider-Man game more or less confirmed, not 101%, but, you know, we're more or less on those tracks. Something I would really like to see, and I know a lot of people are probably gonna say, you have no idea what you're talking about, buddy, but it is multiple endings in a Spider-Man game. Now, of course, it's kind of risky and I guess super tough to do because the ending essentially depends on the sequel or the DLC possibly to the game, so in some certain ways it cannot work and it can work, I guess. But what I would like to see is simply the option to choose your way of life in the next Spider-Man game. Pretty much for me personally, as my own preference, I think having multiple endings in a game, especially an open world game, definitely urges you to go back and replay the whole thing simply to go ahead and do the other ending. Of course, with this game though, it urged us to go back with having different suits, and of course the Raimi suit, I know a whole load of people have literally gone ahead and replayed the game purely in that suit, so it's not saying that there was no reason to replay the game, but it's just that having multiple endings in the game does make it a whole lot more fun. But I want you guys to get in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on that. But guys, it's going to wrap up this video here. If you missed the last one, we was talking about something that took 4 months to freaking find, and also a secret addition that Insomniac Games added to a suit power in the game, so go ahead and check that one out. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Until then, subscribe for more awesome content, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.